When should you start taking your Social Security? The answer is different for everyone. But in this video, I want to share with you 6 important reasons why if you wait to collect your Social Security, it could backfire. But before we get there, subscribe to my channel, hit the notifications bell to be alerted to when we post new videos. I have over 30 years invested in this business, and I want to share with you what I know, the conversations I have with my clients, so you can make the right decisions for you. I've said this many times on this channel. I think our industry has done a real disservice to you. They've done a lousy job of preparing you for what the real needs are in retirement. And unfortunately, most advisors really just focus in on the money management aspect of things, and that's fine while you're in your working years. But when you go to retire, that topic of money management actually drops down in importance. And now it's about generating the cash flow you need, reducing the taxes, maximizing your Social Security benefits, all of it put together. And we have done a lousy job of getting you prepared. I'll share with you a quick story. Somebody who has actually watched a previous video, and we had a conversation. And she said to me, I have an advisor and I'm very happy with him. So of course I asked her, if you're so happy with him, why are we talking? She says, well, now that I'm entering into retirement, I think I have different questions that need to be answered. And what he has done for me is really just dealt with my investments. And I said, you're very smart. You do have different things that you need to tend to now. But this is where so many of us and so many of the people I talk to are, where they may get some guidance. It's mostly on money management, but that may not be what's going to drive your retirement success, because in retirement, cash is king, and maximizing your Social Security benefits for you and your household is a key and crucial component to allowing you to pursue your retirement goals. So let's get started. And the first reason why it may backfire on you if you wait is if you don't understand the issue when you have a higher earner in your household. Now, it may be that the higher long he or she waits can get more of a monthly benefit if they wait till full retirement age or to age 70. But that may not be enough to sustain the household need. So for the spouse of that higher earner, it may very well be that it's better off for the overall household income for the lower earning spouse to take his or her benefit early, 62 or thereabouts, and defer the higher earner. And that's a strategy and a calculation you need to make with your advisor. This is why we have 7 different calculators for our clients with Social Security, with all the different iterations. This just happens to be one of them. Be aware of this one. Your health is the next reason why it may be better off to take it early. In other words, it may backfire if you wait too late. If because of a health situation, you believe that your life expectancy may not be past 75 or 78, which is about where the break-even point is if you were to take it at 62 versus your full retirement age, you may be better taking it at 62. Because if you wait the extra 5 years or so for your full retirement age and you only live 4, 5, or 6 years after that, the math doesn't work out. You may, in this instance, where health is an issue, and it's one of those major considerations when thinking about when to take your Social Security, you may be better off taking it at 62, 63, or 64, depending on your own circumstance. By the way, in my new book, Don't Outlive Your Money in Retirement, the 2nd chapter is devoted exclusively to Social Security. So if you want to go up to and click on free chapter, You'll get that chapter along with some of the frequently asked questions to try to give you some more details so that you could answer some of the questions that are pertinent to you. Now, there was a study done a couple of years ago by United Income, and it indicated that Americans lose trillions claiming Social Security at the wrong time. The study concluded that 96% of retirees choose the wrong year to tap Social Security. Most people are better off waiting until 70 to claim. 43% of adults, however, are actually better off claiming before age 70. The big takeaway was that more than half of retirees would see their income rise in their 70s and 80s if they chose the right time. Now, traditionally, many advisors will tell you to wait as long as possible, at least till full retirement age or even to age 70. But if they're not expert in Social Security and don't understand all of the nuances, they may not be giving you the advice that is right for you. So double check. So let's get back into those reasons. And this is reason number 3. We'll call this time versus finances. I'll retitle it, if you will, I want to just enjoy the journey. I'm not so much interested in actually squeezing out every single dollar and making sure that I can get another 2, 3, or 4 years of Social Security income, when what really drives me is I just want to enjoy the journey. And I believe I have enough money, I've done the planning, and an extra X amount per month really isn't going to make that much of a difference, that much of an impact for me. Therefore, I want to take it early. I want to share with you a quick story. I had written an article for the Boston Herald. It was called The Money Makeover. And the question was from this couple. You know, she really wanted to retire early, but she also wanted to maximize her pension. So when we did the numbers, we found out she didn't need to maximize the pension, that she was all set. And this relates directly to what we're talking about right now. You may not need to maximize your Social Security benefit. What's more important for you is to get the right amount of income. And if that's you, you may be better off taking it earlier rather than waiting until full retirement age or age 7. The 4th deals with your spouse and if he or she is not well. Now, a big part of trying to identify how to maximize your Social Security household income is to coordinate spousal benefits. And certainly take a look at our video here to get more of an in-depth look at this particular topic. But for this particular instance, if your spouse is unwell and he or she may not make it for many years to come, he or she may be better off taking it earlier, again, because if they waited too late, it wouldn't be a good thing. And depending upon who's the higher earner versus the lower earner, sometimes if you are the higher earner and you are unwell, here's a flip side to this, you may be better off waiting later in order to provide your spouse with survivorship benefits. So there are many iterations to spouse being unwell. Make sure you understand this in full. Now, the 5th reason is if you have a minor or disabled child. In order for that minor or disabled child to unlock their benefits, you must unlock yours. So if you waited an extra 3 or 4 years to age 70 or full retirement age of 67 or thereabouts, you may be delaying benefits that they could need right now. So again, if this is a situation where you have to provide for minor or disabled children, make sure you look at this fully. Finally, there's a thought that if you take it early, that you could, if you don't need the income, you could reinvest the Social Security benefits back into the market. I would be very cautious about this, and I would really talk to your advisor as to whether or not this is truly the prudent way to go about and a reason for taking it early. This could backfire on you if you don't make the proper investments. You could potentially lose it all or just a part of it, undermining your need for income later. We actually have a calculator on this for our clients to talk about this. And more often than not, I must be honest with you, we decide not to go this route.